Audience from Langley High School. We're talking about media coverage of the situation with Darfur. Right now, my co-host Sonia Gavankar is in the audience with the students. Sonia, you have the floor.
Thank you. I want to go to a student who is standing at the microphone who had a question. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to answer it, but I would like to hear what your question is and maybe what kind of research you plan on doing when you get back to school.
Yeah, I was just wondering that once we get in there and sort of stop the Genocide from killing the Sudanese people, what next? There's a large Arab population who are being raised. The Genocide aren't that old, and they're being instilled with these racist values. 10 years down the road, when the UN countries are, or even 5 years, when the UN countries are tired of fueling their resources, what's going to happen to the people there? There's displaced people. Are they going to go home to a place that they were kicked out of, to a place where people don't want them there? I was just wondering. So I think that part of the solution is, of course, first we have to get there, and then we have to decide what next. And hopefully the United Nations, the United States, and other world leaders can help solve that problem.
That's great. Sounds like you're going to do some work when you get back to school and maybe start up a club. Maybe.
Yeah.
How many of you are considering now being active in this movement to save Darfur? Can you hold up your cards? Green card for yes, I plan on doing something. Red for everybody is going to go home. I want to talk to somebody. You, sir, if you could stand up. You're holding up a green card. What will you do when you get back to school or you get home? What do you think you can do to help?
Obviously, it takes more than one person to establish something that can maybe help a large conflict of this magnitude. If there is like a club started, obviously I'll do whatever I can to be a part of it, and try to help in whatever way I can. I think everyone should take part in that also.
Okay, who learned something here today? Anybody willing to stand up and say that you learned something? Yes.
I'm Emily, but basically I just learned that I had a basic knowledge of the crisis, but there's not enough media coverage, and I basically learned that, as Americans, we need to take a lot more action so we can help prevent this crisis and other crises. And also, I just think we need to get the word out there about it so it can be helped and we can solve everything.
You're using a lot of we. What do you plan on doing?
What do I plan on doing? I plan on, as Alan said, I'd like to see if we have a club at school. I'd like to, if not, maybe talk to the administration. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to approve a club to, work towards Darfur, and I'd be more than happy to start up something like that, do advocacy, anything to raise money. Be more than happy to do anything.
What else did somebody learn today, or somebody who was surprised by a comment? Anybody surprised by anything? I know a lot of people learned something. Who was surprised? Oh, here, right in front of me.
I was surprised by the comment that Omar al-Bashir was much like Hitler, because what I had read the other day in journalism class said that he was just denying it, but I'd never thought of him as a figure that was attempting to harm his own community and his citizens.
Great. Thank you so much. Anybody else have any questions or comments or want to share something that you learned today? I know all of you wrote something down of what you're going to research when you get back to your schools and to your homes, and I hope that you actually make that research into action when you do get back. And now I want to share with you a brief video that we like to call the